This week in history.
Three, two, one, zero, and liftoff.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
All right, Johnny, I got two very patriotic things for us today.
I'm feeling patriotic, so that's
You're feeling
great.
patriotic. I'm
Loving
feeling
this
patriotic
country.
today. America, fuck yeah, coming to say. I can't go anymore because it'll probably get
No,
us.
yep.
Anyways, Francis Scott Key would write his poem "Defense of Fort McHenry" on September 14th, 1814. Now, you might be wondering, who the hell cares about Francis Scott Key writing a poem? Well, you should, because when that poem gets put to the British drinking song to Anacreon in Heaven, it would become the Star Spangled Banner.
I
AKA
thought
our
I
national
recognized that
anthem.
name.
It was first recognized by the U.S. Navy as its theme in 1889, and Woodrow Wilson in 1916 would also recognize it. Fucking Woodrow Wilson. Watch our episode on him.
Well, it was a nice little patriotic push for him.
Yeah, nothing was going on in 1916 that should have required a patriotic push.
Oh, you know. What are you gonna
But it wouldn't actually become the national anthem until March 3rd, 1931. And by the way, the song that was traditionally held, there were two songs that were traditionally held as kind of the national anthem prior to the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
Hail Columbia was the first one.
What?
Right? That's what George Washington was playing when he got inaugurated, was Hail Columbia.
But we're
I guess we always loved drugs, so it makes sense.
maybe that the founding fathers had a really fond place in their heart for the Colombian drug trade.
And America the Beautiful or whatever. America.
Much better song than Star Spangled Banner.
Which it really is. At least it says
Yeah.
America in it, so know
Yeah.
which country you're rooting for. Francis Scott Key would get his inspiration for the poem while being on a boat watching the siege of Fort McHenry during the War of 1812. And this battle took place in 1814. So why we name it 1812, I still don't know to this day, but whatever. The poem itself is actually 4 stanzas, although we only sing the first one in the national anthem. And I say, you know
thank
what?
God.
No. If we're going to force everybody to listen to the national anthem before a sporting event or before whatever other big thing, then damn it, we need the full 4 stanzas song sung in its entirety. And if you don't want that because you think it's going to be a bit too long, then maybe we shouldn't be playing the damn Star Spangled Banner every 2 seconds. It loses its meaning if we play it for everything.
Yeah, well, 1,000%. Everybody tunes out now. People make fun of people who don't know the lyrics of it. It's like, of course they don't. They've been hearing it since they were in, first grade, kindergarten, at any little school event, sporting event they went to or whatever else, and it's played every time anything happens. And so, like a child who chatters at you for 8 hours a day nonstop, you tend to start tuning it out.
God, what was it? I think it was what's that baseball movie? It's not Hot Shots, but it's it's got
Basketball?
no. That's a good one too, but that's not what I
Field
was
of
thinking
Dreams.
of. No, it's not Field of Dreams either. It's got
Little League.
Charlie Sheen in
The
it.
Rookie.
No, that was also a good Disney. Anyways, there was a baseball movie. I don't even know which one I'm thinking of, but I remember they're singing the national anthem. Some guy was like, "Jose, can you?" It's about a Spanish guy, which is going along with the life.
That's
Everybody just tunes
perfect.
it out. We don't even whatever.
Yeah,
But damn it, if you don't stand up, people are going to get pissed.
Oh, for crying out loud.
We're apolitical. I'm sorry, that was my fault. That was a slip. I'll make it up to everybody. Because the second thing that I've got for us is a thing that no American can be mad at. The Constitution of these great United States was signed on September 17th, 1787. Yay! Our current government exists, but not really because, well, since its creation in 1787, the Constitution has been amended 27 times, which is perfectly acceptable. In the original articles of the Constitution, it does say that it sets up the parameters for how you go about amending this living document, because it is a living document.
Someone kill it.
despite what some people want you to think. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing that this document was allowed to be amended because in its original guise in 1787, it left out a few things, a couple of key things that we like.
Oh?
Things like freedom of speech, freedom of
Ah.
religion, right to bear arms, black people being allowed to vote, black people not being held as slaves. These couple of things that might be a little important today.
So what
weren't
did it
in
say?
the original Constitution?
What did it say? Like,
So the
just
original Constitution basically set up the framework of the government. It set up
okay.
the judicial branch, the executive branch, the legislative branch. It set up how those branches were supposed to run and interact with each other. It sets up how you can go about amending it, but it doesn't actually have any specific amendments like you have the right to X or you
Right.
have the right to Y. Now, it wouldn't be presented to the American public until September 28th, 1787, and wouldn't actually get ratified by all the states until June 21st, 1789. It's really good to see that the efficiency of government was always there. We were always efficient.
I mean, it's a little disappointing to see that the efficiency has dropped a little bit since then.
Yeah, maybe a
But,
little
you
bit.
know, it's hard to keep up with the 1700s.
Yeah, and by being ratified on June 21st, 1789, it actually doesn't even go into effect until March 4th, 1789, when Congress actually gets elected into office. Washington was elected on April 4th, I believe, or sometime early April, maybe late April, sometime in April. Congress gets elected in March. But Johnny,
March is before April.
oh yeah, whatever. President gets elected afterwards. Yeah, sorry. I'm dumb. I've been drinking.
President
Anyways.
first, then Congress came in.
No, Congress first.
Congress first.
Congress first, then the president.
All right.
And then almost a year later, on February 2nd, 1790, the Supreme Court finally gets it going.
All right.
So really, we don't have a functional government until February 2nd, 1790.
It's only 4 years.
By the way,
14 years.
the first amendments would actually come right off the bat in 1791, which are, what we call the Bill of Rights, the first 10
Yeah.
amendments to the Constitution, which give you the whole right to freedom and right for me to go.
Yeah, and funny that they should choose 10 as a number. I wonder where they were pulling that from. Was there any?
Whatever. The last time that the Constitution was amended actually was in our lifetime, me and you, Johnny, which I don't remember this at all, but then again, I guess I wouldn't, because what did I care in the early 90s? In 1992 was the last time the articles, or the Constitution was amended, 27th Amendment. And what was so important in 1992 that we needed to have amended? Well, it basically set up that the Congress could not give themselves a pay raise in their current session. So essentially, if you're a member of Congress in X session, you could vote for a pay raise, but it wouldn't take effect until the next session 2 years later.
Oh, well, thank God they did that, because that's keeping them from being corrupt. Because
Yeah,
all
and-
of these people get voted out every 2 years or so. We
Yeah,
don't
it
have any
matters
people in
because-
Congress that have been there for 40 to 60 years. Because that would be insane to allow that.
I honestly wonder what the average tenure of Congress. By the way, when the Constitution was first written, it was not an honor to be a public official. It was a duty to be a public official. There weren't the idea of being a lifetime politician didn't really exist. This is more of a modern connotation to that. So now, like Johnny was saying, we do have congressmen that have been there for 30, 40.
The average is 9 to
50.
10 years.
Th-
That's a long time.
That's a
That's
long
an
time.
average.
The average of every member of Congress has been there for 9 to 10 years.
Yeah.
The term is 2.
And that's a lot of single term people going in and getting out right away.
Yeah, it's a good thing that they can't give themselves pay raises in their current term, because that really matters, considering the vast majority of them have at least 2 terms.
And that's This Week in History.